have a few things at the top, and then we'll.
Isn't that because the building was empty for the last 3 days and the air conditioning was probably?
I think we also made a request to raise the
it
temperature
was.
a little bit. Yes, yes. Looking out for your needs. Before we begin, a few things. Yesterday marked World Refugee Day. I would like to underscore the message shared by the Secretary and the Department, acknowledging the unprecedented humanitarian crises across the globe, resulting in the largest number of refugees in history. For the first time in history, last month the number of people forced to flee conflict, violence, human rights abuses, and persecution reached more than 100 million. That means more than 1% of the world's population has been forcibly displaced. The United States reaffirms our unwavering commitment to alleviate the suffering of the world's most vulnerable people through our global leadership in humanitarian assistance and diplomacy. We are the world's largest single donor of humanitarian assistance, providing more than $13 billion in humanitarian aid during fiscal year 2021. We also recognize the generosity of communities that host refugees and the united global response of international humanitarian partners who work diligently to help them. We will continue to represent the best of American values by saving lives and alleviating suffering, working with our partners at home and abroad to assist those forcibly displaced in their time of need, no matter who they are, or where they are on World Refugee Day and every day. Next, the United States congratulates the Colombian people for holding a free and fair presidential election on June 19th. The United States welcomes the results of the second round of elections. We look forward to working with President-elect Gustavo Petro and his new administration, and to continuing our strong collaboration and joint regional leadership. The U.S.-Colombia relationship remains based on shared democratic values, and we remain committed to working with the next Colombian administration in support of our mutual goals. Those goals include supporting Colombia's implementation of the 2016 Peace Accord, reducing violence and narcotics trafficking, expanding rural development and security, promoting human rights, growing inclusive trade and investment, protecting the environment, and combating the climate crisis. On June 19th, we also celebrated the 200th anniversary of the U.S.-Colombia diplomatic relationship. Together with the people of Colombia, we built this enduring partnership that reflects the deep ties between our societies, our economies, our security, and our efforts to build a more democratic and equitable hemisphere. And finally, earlier today, Ambassador-at-Large for Global Criminal Justice Beth Van Schaack accompanied Attorney General Merrick Garland for a quick visit to Rzeszów, Poland, and the Ukrainian-Poland border. At the border, they met with Ukraine's Prosecutor General, Irina Benediktova, to further advance U.S.-Ukraine cooperation and supportive efforts to hold accountable those responsible for war crimes and other atrocities during Russia's unprovoked and brutal war on Ukraine. They also held meetings with U.S. government partners working on accountability and justice issues in Ukraine. This included the leadership of the Atrocity Crimes Advisory Group, ACA, our joint initiative with the EU and the UK to support Prosecutor General Benediktova's work to document war crimes and prepare case files for prosecution. They also met partners from the Department of Justice's International Criminal Investigation Training Assistance Program, or ECTAP, which provides assistance to Ukraine's State Border Guard Service and National Police. ECTAP efforts in Ukraine are jointly funded by the State Department's Bureau of International Narcotics and Law Enforcement, or INL, and the Bureau of International Security and Nonproliferation, or ISN, and their export control and related border security program. Attorney General Garland, upon the visit, noted that the United States is sending an unmistakable message. There is no place to hide. We and our partners will pursue every avenue available to ensure that those who are responsible for these atrocities are held accountable. Ambassador Van Schaack will accompany Attorney General Garland to Paris, where she will join the AG, the Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas, and other U.S. officials for meetings of the U.S.-EU Ministerial Meeting on Justice and Home Affairs, and we'll have additional information on that event in the coming days.